This is a video for the concept card Bounce Sprite off of Canvas Edge, which you can find on the MIT site, or I've stored a copy of this on Moodle. Now you can see the essential code you need over here, but there's just a little bit more to it. So I'm going to show you step by step in MIT App Inventor. Here's my App Inventor screen, and in order to use the bouncing sprites stuff, I have to come into here and I have to click on drawing an animation. And the first thing I need is a canvas. This is what you can use to draw images and lines and squares and that kind of thing on screen. As you can see, it's not very big at the moment, so I'm going to change the height and width to fill the parent, which means fill the whole screen. Now, all I'm going to do is add the ball onto the screen like this, and that will be enough for us to start what we want to do. Now, going into the blocks, I can copy the code from the concept card. So it says when ball 1 edge reached. Now, because it's the ball 1, I've got to click down where it says ball 1. Here we are, when ball 1 edge reached. Now I've got to call ball1.bounce. That's what's going to make the edge bounce. So again, it's going to be on the ball, and there we are. And then the last thing, it says get edge. So it means which edge is it going to bounce off. So again, here we've got so get, because it's a variable, and edge we get from in here. Okay, so now we've got the basic code. I can go back to the designer and I can start the game. I'm just going to make the ball a little bit bigger. There we are. And when I start, well, actually nothing's happening. Now the thing is, it can only bounce unless if it's actually moving about in the first place. So we need to set the ball moving. So I'm going to come into here and again on the ball, and I'm going to say, do you know what? When we click on the ball, when we touch the ball, I am going to give it some kind of heading. So it says ball 1, and then it says ball1.speed. Where is it? Speed. There we are, and I'm going to set the speed to 300. So that is a number which is in maths up at the top. So now when I click on the ball, we should find it flips across like that. Now that's going really fast, so let's try changing it down a bit to 30. And I'm just going to move this a bit, and that will force it to reload. And then you can see our ball is nicely going back and forth like that. To point out a few other features of the ball, you can say what happens when it collides with something, what happens when somebody drags it, what happens when somebody picks it up and flings it, when somebody lifts their finger off it, which is this one, or when somebody puts their finger on it. So there's all sorts of things that we can control. You can of course also set the heading of the ball, so you can have it going up and off the edges and this kind of thing, rather than just from side to side. I hope that makes the card a little bit clearer. Give it a go.